This is a 1972 Camaro, and the drivetrain in it's got less than 10,000 miles on it. Take it for a quick spin. It's got a super peppy, it's not original. It's got a super peppy 400 small block built. Transmission shifts perfect. I wish I'm tempted to go out and do a different video on it, but I'm going to go ahead and just put this one up. But where I could really get on it, because this car it's pretty freaking fast. Traction bars in the back, 308 gears, limited slip, rear end, sway bar. This is a really cool Camaro. Great driver. Was going to do some minor modifications to it, but I'm going to sell it like it is. Obviously you're watching the video because I've got it up for sale. I'm not into these gauges being over here, but I'm going to just leave them. They're expensive gauges, well, the auto gauges, and they are connected and they're working. You can see that oil pressure is good. I just fired it up so the water temperature's not up yet, but she's running normal operating temp. Awesome sounding exhaust. It sounds like you're at drag races. This thing sounds bad to the bone. Ugh. No special dress-up kit or anything, although it wouldn't be very expensive, but it does, like I said, low miles on the engine, transmission, rear end, built 400 small block, 350 turbo trans, 308 rear end gears. Great cruising, does have the MSD spark box on it. Good Megatron 2 battery. It's got the big radiator on it, fiberglass hood, super cool. There's a bunch of stuff. This is the ones I get in that I want to keep, you know, and those of you who follow us, a lot of guys who follow us on the internet, you know, they always make fun of me because I say that all the time. Disc brakes. Those are the ones I want to keep because I can see an easy vision for finishing, to me, what I would say finishing this car off to make it everything I want it to be. I love the black with the orange stripes. It just looks really cool. I'm personally not that big into the vinyl top, but it's not very expensive to pull it off and have the rest top painted black. You know, you could do that for less than 500 bucks. I'm not that big personally into the bumper in the front like that. I like the split bumpers, but that's the original style how it was, and the split bumper kit's like $150, so I would love to put some 18-inch Boss wheels on it and maybe lower it a couple inches and call it a day. Super straight body, but you know, the thing is, then the next guy goes, no way, the car's totally awesome the way it is, why would you change anything? And that's the cool thing about old cars, and you know, it's just like everybody likes them a little bit different. Super straight body. The paint is a driver, I'm going to say a nice driver quality paint job. It's got a few imperfections in it. You've got to really get up close to see that over the entire car, you can see just a minor little kind of paint imperfections kind of consistently all the way through it. The kind that you would say, well, okay, when they were painting it, the gun was spitting, that kind of look to it. And I'm telling you, I mean, I try and be really picky in these videos because I'm really doing a you know, an examination of the vehicle. So if you get right up close on the car, you're going to see imperfections. But overall, I mean, the car, it looks super sharp. So, you know, it's also not a $30,000, you know, true Z28. Interior is extremely presentable. Door panels look really good. The dash is all in great shape. No rips or tears in the dash. It's got a Corvette steering wheel. Upholstery looks awesome. I love the two-tone with the houndstooth. It really ties into the outside of the car and it looks extremely tasteful. Sometimes people do this and it looks ugly and I can't stand it. That's not this car. And you know what I'm talking about if you're watching this video. There's guys who do these really terrible, untasteful jobs of like putting two-tone interior in. This is done extremely tastefully. It looks really, really nice and it's really comfortable. Carpet's new, center console's in great shape. It's an original AC car, does not have the AC in it right now. Headliner is in excellent condition. And the bumper on the front is brand new. So is the plastic on the front. Brand new. Super clean underneath. You can see new bushings, new springs. Super clean floor pans. I didn't see any rust on this car at all. It's got a big Fat Daddy exhaust system on there. The 2.5-inch exhaust, back to some Flowmasters. Very aggressive sounding. And this is the way I like my Camaros to sound. And I like Mustangs to sound like that too, you know? Super clean. Like I said, it's got the traction bar in the back. Traction bars in the back. No rust underneath it. I gotta go back and eat my words here in a second. I forgot that actually I had to examine it by hand because I couldn't see it by eye, but I actually did find a small spot of rust on the car. There's actually a couple of tiny little bubbles that are here. I'm trying to catch as best as I can, but they're so small you can't see them. There's one spot of rust right here. You've got right down the rear fender. You can see that in the camera. I can see it adjusting from about right here to about right here. I'm gonna say about 12 inches worth, just right there on the edge. Some bubbles there, and they're not all the way through. I'm feeling on the inside, so I think that should be good for a quick touch up. To be honest with you, what I was gonna do is take it directly to the paint shop when we got it in, take the vinyl top off, paint it black, and have them repair that one spot of the fender on the fender, and you know, touch it up with the black too, because other than that, the car looks awesome. This paint's about 7 years old, looks really good. The stripes were done professionally. I see cars like this all the time where the stripes look all crooked or weird or whatever. The guys did a really good job on their car. Looks really nice. Trunk spring is not locking right now. Trunk is in excellent shape. And I think springs just need to be adjusted. No rust. And usually these have kind of rust in some usual spots. Really, really clean. Well, there you have her. Beautiful. Oh, by the way, also brand spanking new wheels with center caps, brand new Uniroyal Tiger Paul GTS tires all the way around, brand new. So this thing is ready to rock and roll. And it looks too, now that I'm looking at it a little closer, it looks like the rear tires are a little bigger than the front, so it's got a little stagger to it. I love that. This is a great car. It drives perfect. It runs perfect. It truly needs absolutely nothing. This is a car you can turn the key on and drive it. Go register it, put a tag on it, and start driving it and enjoying it. Be a great car through the winter to maybe do some little things to it. I'd put a stereo in it. You know, every guy's gonna do something different to it. This is a great car, bumper to bumper. Like I said, other than those couple spots of rust we talked about, and then it's totally rust free underneath, super clean, body in great shape. this is going to make somebody a really fun muscle car.